What's happening, everyone? Today we're going to be talking about beat matching. We're going to be getting into what it is, why it's important, and then we're going to finish up showing you how to do it. Beat matching is the art of getting two songs to play at the same tempo. Tempo is counted in BPM, which stands for beats per minute, and that means exactly what it sounds like. It's how many beats play in that record per minute that it's played. So what you want to do is get two songs to match up, and you do that by changing the tempo on the CDJ so that they match up. The first thing we're going to have a little look at when we're trying to figure out what the BPM is of our track is the panel on the CDJ. This is going to give us lots of information about the track that we're trying to play at that time, and the BPM is right here on the right hand side with master written underneath it. That's telling us that this track is going to be playing at 126 beats per minute. If we look at the right deck, it's telling me that this track is currently set to 123 beats per minute, and the way that we get those two tracks at the same tempo is by using the tempo slider here. If I bring that down, you can see that it's slowly bringing that BPM up, and we're going to bring it down until we get up to 126. Now we can see that these are both at the same speed. That is going to make it a lot easier for us to seamlessly mix the two together. I'm also going to show you how to use the sync button to make sure that these two CDJs will be in sync with each other, allowing you to seamlessly mix with a lot less effort. First thing I'm going to do is show you how to beat match performing a mix by ear. I'm going to start playing this track and I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do. As you can see, this song is playing at 126 beats per minute, so the first thing I'm going to do is make sure that the track I'm about to cue up is at the same tempo. So as you can see there, this one is now also 126 beats per minute. I'm going to come over here and make sure that my level allows me to hear what I'm doing in my headphones. So I'm going to put my headphones on and use my ears to tell me that the songs are in time. What I want to do is wait for the end of a pattern. If you have a look at the indicator here, it shows you when the downbeat comes in that it turns it red. You want to start mixing on a downbeat at the end of a pattern. There's one coming now. The indicator on the right shows me that my downbeats are almost matched up, but they're just ever so slightly out. So what I'm going to do is use the jog wheel in CDJ mode to just nudge it on a little bit to get them as tight as I can. Now that I'm happy that the two songs are mixed pretty nicely together, I'm going to bring that fader up. As you can hear now, the two tracks are playing at the same volume. I'm going to bring the EQ down on the bass on the left track, and I'm going to bring the volume down. We successfully performed a mix using my ears to make sure that the BPMs match up, and brought the faders up to perform it too. Next thing I'm going to do is show you how to perform a mix using the sync button, which will do all of the hard work for you, allowing you to get as creative as you want to on the CDJs. I'm going to press play on this CDJ and show you how to activate that sync button. Now we've got this track playing, we can see that it's still playing at 126 beats per minute. Now this CDJ is set to master. The way that the sync button works is it basically allows you to tell the CDJ that is not playing to match the BPM of the song that is playing. Now to do that, all we need to do is make sure that this master button is pressed down on the track that you want to mimic the BPM of on the other deck. Pressing master, as I can see, it's indicated there that this is locked in as the master track. The next thing I want to do is come over to the right deck. In that same area, you'll see a button that says sync. If I press that button, watch the BPM here, because it could be locked into time with the track that's playing. And there you go. Now that that track is locked in at 126 beats per minute, all I need to concentrate on is making sure that I hit play on this track on the downbeat at the end of the pattern. Now we just missed a drop on that one, so I'm going to wait for the pattern to get to the end before I get into it. You can use the Q button just to get into a groove. I'm going to wait for the end of the pattern, I'm going to hit play, and it should be locked in, allowing me to get creative with the buttons. As you can see, the indicator on screen shows us that those two beats are locked in pretty nicely. So even without listening in my ears, I can trust that this should sound good. Now let's give it a go and see. That's locked in pretty tight. Without even listening in my headphones, I can trust that these two songs are playing at exactly the same tempo. This allows me to get creative with the EQs and perform a decent mix without even listening. As you can see, the sync button made it really easy for me to lock the mix in without even thinking about it.